welcome to the Front Office Podcast. I am your host, Marcus Cameron, and as always, Tees and Trees Clothing sponsors the show. Tees and Trees is where we stand on business. Good evening, good morning. It's actually about 2 o'clock in the morning, Monday, February 12th, I think. Happy birthday to my big sister. We just watched the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs defeated the San Francisco 49ers 25-22 in Las Vegas. I believe this is Super Bowl 58 or 59. I'm not sure which one. There's been a lot of them, but great game. Great game. We want to do a quick reaction episode. In reference to the game, just give you some of my thoughts on the game, key plays, players, what's it mean for the Chiefs in regards to that and the Niners. So let's just start with the game itself. I thought it was a great game. Front Office Podcast, we did call it. We did say it was going to be a close game. A little off on the score. I said 30-27. They ended up winning by 3, 25-22. We'll take that. Postseason NFL, finished up 7-1. Pretty good record. Y'all better start paying attention. All right? Better start paying attention. I ain't just up here talking. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. I thought it was a really good game. I thought the Niners didn't play bad. I don't think the Niners played bad. I think a lot of people are going to try to kill Brock Purdy. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to record the episode tonight before I start watching all the foolishness and tomfoolery in the morning. I thought he played decent. I don't think he had a signature game, but I do think Christian McCaffrey played well. They didn't get George Kittle's involved, mainly because they probably needed to keep him on the line to stop that Chiefs rush. But offensively, Debo, that was a bit of a disappointment, honestly. I know he gave it his all. He got hurt. I know he's out there trying to give it everything he got, man, but for sure, a little bit underwhelming. And it's been coming up a little bit in big games, so that's something they're going to play on. You can't really help when you get hurt, though. Shout out to Debo, man. But the Niners weren't bad. They really weren't. They weren't terrible. 2 turnovers on each side. I thought the turnover game was big. Honestly, in my personal opinion, and I'm not sure how most pundits or analysts are going to look at it, but I thought the 2 turnovers that San Francisco had just came at really bad times. Patrick Mahomes threw a pick. By the way, Brock Purdy did not turn the ball over. I guess you can say he's a game manager per Mr. Cam Newton, but I'll touch on that a little bit towards the end of the episode. But he didn't turn the ball over. McCaffrey fumbled. They got the ricochet off of the punt. That was a bad time. When McCaffrey fumbled, I thought they would have got 7 on that first drive. I honestly thought they would have got 7, and that might change the landscape of the game. You go down there and get 7 instead of getting 3. It's a tie game at the end, or actually you win because you're up 4. So instead of settling for that 3, the block extra point was huge play. The play of the game, I thought, for the Niners, or the play that went against them the most, honestly, is in the overtime. It was overtime? I'm not sure. It might have been overtime when it was 3rd and goal, and Chris Jones bust through the line. He got pressure because somebody released, and Juwan Jennings got Buddy beat. That was overtime. First drive, they took the ball. And Purdy just couldn't get it to him. He didn't have enough time. It was a perfectly called blitz. I guess that's what Cam Newton is referring to when he's talking about game managers. Maybe a game changer can get out of that situation. It's not a lot of quarterbacks that could do it, bro. I thought Brock Purdy played well. I think the 49ers need to make sure they give him a bag this summer. That's your guy. Lock him in. I think we forget, he's in his second year. Yeah, he's in the NFL. He gets no excuse for being the last pick in the draft, but it is extra extraordinary that a guy who's the last pick in the draft is now leading a team to the Super Bowl. Let's not forget he did get him to the NFC Championship game last year as well. So he's in my opinion, he's not a game manager. young guy, but I think the game manager term is a little disrespectful. But Cam says he doesn't mean it that way. So, like I said, we'll touch on that in the episode. For the Chiefs, that's a fiery team. From Andy Reid and Travis Kelce getting into it on the sideline, or really not even Andy Reid. Travis Kelce just being on one and damn near running his coach over on the sideline is crazy. That's crazy. I was watching the game with some partners, and I ain't really got no excuse for you for that, bro. Like, that's uncalled for. I don't care how amped up you is in the game, and I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, you don't play football. You know, you're right. I don't play football, but I know about respect. And that guy is your head coach, and I'm sure you got all the respect in the world for him. But to run up on him in that situation and damn near knock that man down, that's crazy. You need to check yourself. But ended up working out. Kelce had a great second half, played hard, and to Kelce's credit, he didn't cop an attitude and sit on the sideline and pout. You know, he didn't. I'm pretty sure Andy Reid and the coaching staff gave it to him at halftime. He responded. He responded like a professional is supposed to do. Shout out to Travis Kelce. Great second half. Patrick Mahomes, like I said before, man, he is that guy. Patrick Mahomes is him. There is no – when you talking about him, that's him. This guy's been in the NFL 7 seasons. He's been to the Super Bowl 4 times, and he's won 3 of them. He's still in his prime. Great team, great coach, great organization. Everything's working out. They got a chance to go back to back to back. 3 in a row would be crazy. I don't think they will do that, but it's very early. I mean, it's not even 24 hours after the Super Bowl is over. So, for me to say that is just talking, because there's so many things that's going to happen in the offseason. There's so contracts, who you going to sign, who you going to keep, can you be healthy, can you not have any major injuries or injury bug throughout the season to be able to put yourself in that position. So that's a topic for, I think, later down the road. That's a topic for later down the road. But San Francisco fans, man, I know a lot of y'all, and I already know, especially the ones on Facebook. I've been trying to stay off of Facebook just because I know it's a lot of bullshit floating around. I don't think you have nothing to hold your heads about. You didn't get it done again. Agreed. That's not a good look. But you are getting there. You are dominating that NFC. You know, you're a contender every year. You got so much better with Chase Young, who had a great game. I thought, shout out to Ohio State, he had a great game. Ayuk just, I thought Kansas City's defense really and has been disrespected pretty much throughout the playoffs. Nobody talks about their defense. Nobody talks about the cornerbacks. I mean, they bring it up when you start watching the NFL today and shows that go a little bit more in depth about game and what cause and effect and who the key players are and things of that nature. But general, just Sports Center coverage when it comes on TV or, you know, the playoff game against Lamar, all I heard was Kelce, Mahomes, Pacheco. That's it. And that defense and that defensive coordinator, Spagnuolo, great job. Great fucking job, man. You cannot take any credit away from those guys. They had a great year. They're young. They got Chris Jones. He ain't going nowhere. He just re-upped. If they have another good draft, they're going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem next year too. I promise you they're going to be a problem next year too, until somebody figures out how to beat them. And right now, it's not looking that way, man. I mean, Mahomes, so many big plays with his legs, man. So many big plays with his legs. And that's not what he does. He was the leading rusher with 66 yards. Mahomes was the leading rusher in the game with 66 yards. Leading passer, 33 for 46, I think, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Great stats. Over 300 yards. Super Bowl. He just don't turn the ball over. He is him. It was a great game, man. I know a lot of people are going to talk shit and be like, oh, it was the – well, actually, nobody should be talking shit, man. We got a really good football game today. We got a really good football game. I thought 2 evenly matched teams going at it, blow for blow, close game throughout. down to the wire. We even got an extra quarter. There's really nothing to complain about except for you people who don't like Taylor Swift. Yes, they're going to show her. She's worth damn near $1 billion. I promise you the NFL going to keep making that money off her if they can. So y'all might as well get used to it. The whole NFL script with Travis Kelce proposing on the 50-yard line, I never believe that bullshit. Maybe he does propose tonight, but I knew it wasn't going to be no stunt like that. So I wasn't really worried about that foolishness. But real quick, man, and I'm going to get out of here. The Cam Newton statement about Brock Purdy. It was bothering me a lot because I felt like Cam was being bitter and being just, hey, I'm better than him. We shouldn't be praising him that much. And the reason why I say that is this. He's been doing a great job. First of all, Cam Newton is really intelligent. His 4th and 1 podcast, shout out to Cam, is really pretty good. He's had some, he had Charleston White on there. He had some good guests. He does know football. He does have a high football IQ. But there's a difference between you getting your point across and maybe being a little different than you hunting for likes and comments and attention. And I feel like the Brock Purdy statement, he was a target because, this is the guy who's leading the Niners to the Super Bowl. So let me attack him. And not attack him. I don't think it was anything personal. I think it was just more of a chess move. If I use Brock Purdy and I say something a little off the wall, people are going to want to see about it. People are going to want to hear about it. People are going to come in to click, which is actually a pretty smart strategy. It's not something that I'm a attempt to do. I definitely want this podcast to blow up, worldwide, get all over the world, be the biggest podcast ever. I'm competitive. I want to go toe-to-toe with these guys. I don't have any celebrities here talking with me, so I got to go off of knowledge and proof, and the proof is in the pudding. I've been calling games for a minute, doing pretty damn well. If you've been betting on the Front Office podcast, you up. So I stand on that, and I feel good about that, but I'm not willing to trade insults. And I watched it. I just finished watching a clip with him and Warren Sapp, and I think he was interviewing him at the Super Bowl, and he was clearing up some things because Warren Sapp get a little outrageous with the shit he be saying too. So he said something about Cam, but Cam, to his credit, brought him on the show, let him tell his side, and he explained to him that when he's saying game manager, he's not putting him in a bad category. And it made sense. He was just saying, like, in the NFL, it's only 4 or 5 guys who are not game managers. You know what I mean? Those guys who are game changers, which makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense, and I completely agree with Cam on that point. Here's my issue with it. If you know that, and you know the term game manager is going to be taken derogatory by most people who hear you say this, why say it? You can get that point across a different way. You can say, I just don't think he is top 5 quarterback. Good quarterback. I wouldn't put him in my top 5 right now. Current quarterbacks. It's a fair statement. Doesn't sound like you're disrespecting him. Doesn't sound like you're bitter. Excuse me. You're just giving a take. You're giving a take, and it's a true take. And I think that's his real take. But it gets a whole lot more comments and clicks and likes when you say, Tua, I don't even know how to say my man's name, from the Miami Dolphins. He's a game manager. Brock Purdy's a game manager. Dak Prescott's a game manager. Jared Goff's a game manager. You know people are going to take it that way. That's why you said it. So I call big cap on that, bro. But, hey, shout out to you for being savvy with the media, understanding how to manipulate and get what you need out of that and get the attention. I can disagree without, disrespecting somebody, and that's where we want to go with the Front Office podcast. We don't want to disrespect people. I'm not going to do it, but at the same time, I'm not going to hold no punches either, whether you Cam Newton, Steven Jackson, whoever. I don't care. Like, it's my platform. I'm going to speak my mind, but I'm going to be responsible about it. So, like I said, with that, I call cap, but very savvy, intelligent cap. Very savvy, intelligent cap. That's my feelings on that, man. NFL season's over with, man. We got a lot of interviews coming up. Like I said, you can see the new background. We're working. I promise you, it's coming. It's getting there close. Stay tuned. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We actually picked up a good bit over the weekend, man. I appreciate the love. Thank y'all so much. Stay tuned in. I got a lot more gear on the way. We actually print up the shirts for Tees and Trees clothing line, and we got a few more designs coming. So I'll be having some new gear to rock. Hopefully we have some merch for sale soon. Got some great ideas. I'm just excited about this year. I hope y'all excited too. NBA is locked in. You know, we got next big thing is All-Star Weekend. Probably going to wait till about Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll record an episode, go over what's going on. Getting ready to go into the All-Star break. As always, man, it's your boy Marcus, man, Front Office Podcast. I appreciate y'all checking in. Click, like, subscribe, and please share. You don't agree, put it in the comments, man. I want all the smoke. Anything you got, debate, just keep it respectful. Y'all stay easy. Peace.